So we're here with Programmatic Perspectives, filming at the 2025 Cannes Lion Festival, and I have Brendan with me. Brendan, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brendan Donahue, and I'm the head of Programmatic for JCDecaux North America.
Well, thanks, Brendan. Great to see you here. Can you tell us about a recent development at JCDecaux North America that you're very excited about?
I think, and very recently, like testing going on now, the fact that we now have Programmatic Guaranteed, fully available, pacing from the SSP, being able to sort of pace things all the way, depending on client need, is really big for us. So both in our airports and our street furniture, I think it unlocks the ability to reserve inventory ahead of time, to know exactly how much you're going to spend, and for our buyers, often lower DSP fees, which I think they appreciate as well.
Fantastic. And you mentioned some of the types of screens you have. Which have been the most popular with clients recently?
We've seen a good bit of popularity in our airports. The US is a larger market, right? So people are used to taking flights to within domestic or international. And we have some airports that we've squeezed every last bit of inventory out of them. In July, which is peak travel time.
Yeah.
So places like DFW, LAX, Miami have been super important. Also for events too as well. So for F1 in Miami, have been popular as well. And then there's always, of course, our assets like Fifth Avenue, Madison, sort of the luxury networks, which are going to be available this summer as well programmatically. So we're excited about that.
Exciting times ahead. And what do you think the US market does very well, or particularly well, when it comes to programmatic out of home?
There's always innovation. Being here in Cannes, honestly, and talking to some vendors this week, like the tech platforms, AI has to be talked about, but being able to do creative for local companies, like the cafe you're at, and getting into that SMB, I'm pretty excited about this week. We obviously deal with the large clients and six-figure sort of performance. The little guys are starting to come into programmatic. We're making it easier through self-service, and I'm excited to grow that area for New York and Boston and Chicago, our local teams. Like I think it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, fantastic. That lowering of the barriers to entry has really opened up out of home, I think, for the smaller businesses. It's very exciting. Do you have a recent campaign that you could talk us through briefly and just that has done particularly well or stuck in your mind?
Yeah, we have a campaign with Amazon Video, and what they've done is they've mapped out their release schedule of all their shows. They have a lot of premium content coming out, maybe every 2 weeks. What they don't need to do is be on all the time. So at LAX, for example, because it's also the industry itself is in LA.
Yep.
So it's a sort of dual purpose of consumer and B2B at the same time. They will light up their show and their tune-in for the 3 days before and heavy up on that Thursday or Friday, whatever the launch day is. But we have it sort of reserved for them to make sure that they can do 20, 25 shows in a year, which is great. And I think really honing in on the timing and when you're active and how long you're active for is a great use case for programmatic.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. And can you give us a sneak peek of any new screens or locations that are coming on board with JCD in the near future?
Yeah, so this summer, I kind of mentioned it before, but Fifth Avenue, which is the most popular and requested asset in JCDecaux globally, will be available programmatically. Also Madison, which is sort of our new footprint as well, and then 57th Street in New York. So that's the street side. In airports, we are now sort of going to, in a month or so, we're going to be doing more large format. So really big bridge media bands in LAX, which are something like 40 feet across. So as you drive up to the airport, make those available. Some larger screens in DFW to be able to, again, it's just such a popular airport now, to be able to provide more inventory at scale for people. And I guess the trend there is that when we started programmatic, we thought, okay, everything should be a standard size, a 1080 by 1920, a 1920 by 1080. Then clients' feedback is that we will build to things that are different sizes, right? And so we're making that investment, we're making sure everything's measured with impressions, and we're excited to bring sort of the larger format, even if it is still a 1080 by 1920, just really big, and also custom stuff well, because clients have been asking for it, and I think we're starting to see more and more demand for it.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.